What's up? What's up, everybody? It's another rainy day down here in South Kakalaki. Let me get this shit started. Do this shit right. Don't have to do it while I'm driving. Oh, yeah. But, you know, it's funny, like, when I lived in New York, I used to hang out. I worked with a guy that was from North Carolina. And he used to tell me people from South Carolina is different than those from North Carolina. But it seems the same to me. But that's like people from Harlem saying people from Brooklyn are different. And people from Queens is different. It's all the same to me. I mean, now it is. But I remember like when we first came from Germany and we lived in Jersey, everybody in Jersey seemed like they was from New York. Especially Brooklyn. They had like a Brooklyn style to them in Jersey. I was in Patterson, New Jersey. But, I mean, like I be saying, man, you know, like when you watch like shows like the First 48, this internet and cable and stuff let you see how everybody live all over the world. Because I remember living in New York, we used to think everybody else was soft. We're like, yo, them niggas is soft. They're from California, they soft. Yeah, okay. but I'm sure people in California say, yeah, let them New York niggas come over here and try that shit. And then like when guys from New York used to go to DC, a lot of guys from New York got left in DC. I mean, the ghetto is the ghetto, man. And cable TV, like I was coming back around to it, like cable TV and the internet to let you see that. The ghetto is the ghetto, man. I don't care where you from. If you black, you've been socially engineered to live in the ghetto. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Most black people grow up in the ghetto. There's some, like the guy I grew up with from North Carolina, he didn't grow up in the ghetto. His family owned land. You know, hundreds and hundreds of acres of land. So, they didn't grow up with that mentality. He's a very, very, very nice guy too, from North Carolina. Humble as hell. Back to what I was saying, you know, if you've been to the ghetto in South Carolina, you've been to the ghetto in New York. You've been to the ghetto in New York, you've been to the ghetto in LA. It's all the same, man. It's all the same. And it's all, you know, that's why like black comedians could tell jokes about black people in every other state they go to. In every other state, those black people can relate to the jokes that the comedians be telling. Because most black people grew up in poverty in America. And then people, you know, like those that didn't grow up in poverty try to make it look like it's your fault you grew up in poverty. And to a certain extent it is, because your parents knew your parents knew you were poor, but they were probably religious and they had a sexual urge. Humans are going to have sex. You see people in other countries hungry as hell, but they still having sex. You know, you don't think about the baby until later on. And it's a woman's maternal instinct to want to have that baby. You know, having an abortion don't enter her mind. And how the baby is going to survive doesn't enter her mind. She say, the Lord is going to make a way. She be saying, God is going to make a way. Okay. But sex is a primal instinct. Humans are going to have sex. I don't care how hungry we are. We're going to have sex on an empty stomach. Because it's a primal instinct. It's just like wanting to drink water or eat food. But back to what I was saying, that's how, you know, that's how the ghetto perpetuates and continues. Because we humans. And we've been socially engineered to live in that and make everything look like it's your fault. But let me just say one thing. Stop thinking that Europeans everybody, they be talking about welfare, black welfare, and they be trying to diss black people. Everybody that came to America for welfare, for the most part. Black people did not come to America for welfare. We've been socially engineered to be on welfare. But how did Europeans get over here? Who paid for the boat ride to get over here? That's welfare. Where did they get the land from? Welfare. Who taught them how to take care of the land? Welfare. Who gave them the schools, the tools, and they gave them 2 suits? They don't ever mention that. They was given tools, and That's the same thing that Indians were given. The Native Americans were given tools and suit. They knew how to take care of the land, but they was given a suit. And slavery would not have lasted in America so long if it did not have Indians helping them. Indians were some of the biggest slave catchers of black people. And I know they say some blacks were Indians. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, it would not have lasted so long if it did not have Native Americans help. They had help from Native Americans to catch black people because they knew the land. How did slavery last so long? But back to what I was saying. Everybody got some form of reparations except for black people. Everybody got some form of reparations, which is another form of welfare, if you want to call it that. But reparations is not a nicety. It's not something nice. It's something needed. And most black people don't see it because, you know, black people have been taught to think as individuals. So if one is doing good, they feel everybody else should be doing good. But it don't necessarily work like that. It's not a nicety. It's a necessity. But back to what I was saying, everybody got some form of welfare, and then that welfare creates wealth, and that wealth is handed down from parent to child, parent to child, parent to child, parent to child, parent to child. All these people used to these nice homes and shit like that. They didn't work hard for it. The shit was given. It was inherited. Slavery was inherited, and welfare was inherited. They got land. The immigrants came to America and got millions of acres of land. Millions of acres of land. All right, y'all. Let me go. I'll talk to y'all later. Because y'all pissing me off. I'm just joking. Check out my book online. It's called Corner Stores in the Middle of the Block. Agitation gets the dirt out. Don't beat your children or they'll turn out like me. I got a novel called Pretty Ugly, a Harlem Situation.